do like this. Kind of flatten things out a good bit. There we go. This will help. That'll definitely help things out. We'll continue to smoothen everything. Soften terrain. Probably my favorite tool in the whole game. And all of that. Thank you, Joel, for the 1,000 subs. Congrats. It was definitely quite a journey. So, when's our first game? 12/7/23. Okay. Very good. Maybe we should continue with this. I can't see the damn coastline anymore, so that's not going to happen. I'm going to continue this straight a little bit. Yeah, we can't see at night. Well, we can see at night, we can't see what's going on, right? So, still a lot of people using the cable cars to go to college. Clark Street. Let's rename Clark Street to something university-ish or whatever. University Circle, College Circle, something Notre Dame, maybe, or UL because I'm going there. Just call it Irish Circle. Blair Ross Street. Blair Ross Street. Let's just call this Theodore Esberg Street. Father Ted, for those of you who are unfamiliar with him, is one of the greatest human beings ever. Like, not being facetious, not being sarcastic, like, straight up, like, see, helped Martin Luther King write the Civil Rights Act, which, you know, is kind of a big deal. Why is this so weird? Like, why doesn't this one full zone? I'm slightly confused. Do I need to, like, level this a little bit? Very softly. Maybe, that'll help. But no, that makes like this like a little cliffy thing. I don't like that. Go back. Go back! Maybe just make the road over here. Yeah, that works. Let's see. Do I do this? Well, that I just want to be able to read the road. Right? And then like this. Okay. So there we go. We have all of that. I'm gonna coastal breeze. Let's call coastal breeze like not coastal. Damn it! Not what I wanted. Do not want. Coastal breeze is gonna be called something different. It's gonna be called like. We're gonna call it sea breeze. It's called sea breeze. So let's just have the Gulag Hill continue along this road. I don't want it there.
Gaze at a gazelle.
I want the name to be like
eyes with the lemur.
all this.
Shake hands with the turtle. At the city zoo, you can experience the wild and wild exhibition.
Coastal breeze. Let's call this. Just call this Golden Breeze. And Breeze is intentionally spelled like Drew Breeze and not like Ocean. You know what I mean? That should be good enough. We'll see. She got the July. Which is all high-tech housing, which is quite funny if you ask me. Gulf Breeze is just going to be regular low density. You are so cool. As the music. Blah, 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 blah. So what are we going to put in Gulf Breeze? Coastal Breeze. What are we calling it? Gulf Breeze. First one, I'm spending all my money. So
Oh, I didn't realize my microphone was on.
The driving range
I also didn't realize that... Sorry, give me a sec.
We need a lot more to realize my microphone was on. But I do want to put the driving range in. What about like, ooh, what about
Okay, well, I can talk. Yes, I am just starting. I'm
what is it called?
on this island map that is absolutely enormous. Look at all of the space.
Yes.
I cleared out the mountains from this island and these islands up here, as well as all over there. You can probably see the tree line where the previous mountains
I like this.
went along the side.
Here. Look at that.
So
Go,
yeah,
sports
that's
team.
what I'm doing.
This
I
is
want to
football,
have
but-
up in this section up here, I'm going to make it a logging community.
Or
So
those-
I'm going
those
to,
sports teams.
well, not just yet, but I'm going to fill it up with trees. I'm probably going to use these trees because they're big and they look cool.
Let's do like this.
But that will be for in a little bit. There'll be a little bridge connecting over here, and I'm going to have a port so they can just go straight there.
Look at that.
The
I
main
like-
city I'm going to have along here.
Stadia.
Um,
See, it is soccer.
I'd
not
like
football in there,
to have
but
this island when I do this
sure
map
some of you
as
do
where
it
the power is generated.
more
So
than
like,
happy, it's called
let me just
football.
stop Panzer.
Bloody thing you American play.
One sec.
Bloody things you American play.
There. So I like having this island here as like the power generation. So I normally put a couple of nuclear plants on this island. By the way, I am using... Hey, Shadow. Oh yes, I'm leaving the mountains on the back. I'm not getting rid of these mountains. And yes, you did hear Panzer in the background, but I got rid of that because I was listening to his stream while I was playing. And yeah, I'm totally not stealing his commentary or anything. So yeah, that's my plans. I only just started. I'm doing an infinite money game because of all of the... Let me just sort that out. There we go. There you go. Oh, wrong way. There. Yeah, I'm doing infinite money because it would have cost me hundreds of millions of dollars to level all these islands out. So yeah, I have been good. How have you been, Shadow? I went down and saw a up-and-coming Australian comedian last night down in a city called Wollongong that's about 45 minutes drive from where I live. Do I create realistic cities or just spam zones? When I'm playing properly, I'll do a realistic city. And I do try to make them sort of nice, but when I'm doing infinite money, I just kind of make them for fun. Like, I like to have like big flowing roads and stuff like that, and I also like having the highway come in underground so that it doesn't take up any space up the top, and then you just have off ramps for that kind of stuff. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully I'm interesting. I don't often talk while playing on my own like this. Normally when I'm streaming with Panzer and stuff is when I'm entertaining, as well as if you watch any of the previous PUBG streams on my channel. I've been told they're pretty funny. Whereabouts do you live, Shadow? By the way, I'm using the NVIDIA stuff to stream this, so I have to have the chat on my phone because it doesn't tie in with YouTube just yet. How am I going to have this phone? You should make a lake that connects to the ocean is blocked off with a dam. Will you build a skyline in this city? What do you mean will I build a skyline in this city? What does that involve? I normally I'm just trying to find somewhere to put my phone so I can see the chat. Maybe if I lean it here. But then my mouse is in the way. Ugh. There we go, that's good. Oh yes, I know where Ohio is. I've been to the US 4 times. So, okay. What to do now? I should probably actually start building a city because I think I've got the land how I want it. Oh, cool. Like a main financial... Oh, yes. Yeah. No. I will separate the, like, commercial and residential, industrial. It's not just going to be all mushed together. And in case anyone's interested, because I collect watches, so which way to go? That is what I'm wearing right now. It is a Dan Henry 1970 super compressor. But anyway, let's start by building the first set of homes. And where shall they be? Maybe I will start kind of here, or maybe I'll do the first lot of housing on this island. Yeah, that's what I think. Okay, so a ring road around the outside. And then I will do... So, let's go 50. And then 25. I can go 25 there. In case you don't know what I'm doing here, I am building a perfect cross so that I can then turn it into a... I didn't know how big the map was until I saw the road. Oh yes, this map is enormous, like huge. Please don't... I'm not flexing like Rice Gum. I wasn't showing the watch for a flex thing. I'm just saying I happen to collect watches. What else are people saying? So, do you guys have ice cream there? And if so, have you had ice cream from the US and how do they compare? Yes, we do have ice cream. And it is delicious. And it is exactly the same as it is in the United States. Australia and the United States are very similar places. Like if you came here on holidays or vacation, you wouldn't have any trouble sort of fitting in. We've got all the same sort of food pretty much. Everyone speaks English, that kind of stuff. Like I've been to Los Angeles and San Francisco, Seattle. I've been all through California, Arizona, Washington State. And it's all very similar. But ice cream is exactly the same. Like, I could go down to the shops right now, I could get a tub of Ben and Jerry's if I wanted. Like, it's exactly the same stuff. Yeah. So yeah, that's that. So yeah, what I'm doing here is I'm building a circle so that I can do this. And then here is where the on and off ramp are going to be. Are you in Perth, Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, or the Gold Coast? Okay, so to answer Dolphin, I am about an hour south of Sydney, on a road called the Hume Highway. So if you were in Sydney, you would get onto the, it's like the closest thing would be like an interstate highway. And it's called the M5, and then you travel down the M5 for about an hour, and then you get to where I live. South, by the way. Texas, I've never been to Texas, Omega. I would like to, because there's lots of stuff in Texas. I have a funny story about Texas, though. My cousin, he went to the United States, and he was there for well over a year. And while he was there, he went to a barbecue in Texas. Oh, I got a text message. He went to a barbecue in Texas. And the man, one of the Texans, said, "So how does it feel being in a state that's bigger than your entire country?" And I'm not sure if you're aware, but mainland Australia is pretty much exactly the same size as mainland United States. And the state I live in is New South Wales, and it is bigger than Texas. So my cousin says, "I'll make you a bet, $100, that my state is bigger than your state." And the Texan, being all high and mighty that, "Oh, Texas is huge," he did the bet and he lost himself the money, because my cousin went and showed him a map and was like, "Yep, my state is bigger than your state." So yeah, that's my little story about Texas. I've never been to Texas. I'd like to go to Texas. But yeah, Shadow, if you do come to Australia, you should definitely visit Sydney. There's a lot to do in Sydney. It's the biggest and most populous city in the country. It's got lots of our major landmarks, sort of like the Opera House, the Harbour Bridge, Sydney Tower, all that sort of stuff. I have heard, Shadow, that Texas barbecue is good. I would like very much to try it one day. Okay, so now I'm going to actually attach this area to the highway that runs underground. But I'm going to do that with highway segments, because ramps are really small. Now, should I have it come in? I'm thinking that I'll have it come in, attached to here, and then out, coming from there, perhaps. So let's go underground, and we'll do it from this one. Underground, please, game. So let's go there, and then curl back up about here, and then attach. So that is going this way. So then I want this one to be going that way. So let's just go a little bit in, and then can go underground, and then attach back onto the main road there. So then that's an in and an out, but only on to one side of the highway. So then for the other side of the highway, I'll go here, and then maybe can I go up? Is it too? No, let's change out that side. Curl around. Whoops. there, and then connect. And then the last one here. What are people saying? Yeah, doesn't Melbourne have like a 100,000 less population because they both have around 4.5 million people? I have no idea what the population of Melbourne is, to be perfectly honest with you, Dolphin. I could look it up. Isn't most of Australia uninhabited and most people live on the coast? Yes, that is true, Shadow. Lots of Australia is just desert. And all the good places to live are pretty much all on the coast. Whoa, why did that turn off? I need to be able to see the chat. I would thank you, Dolphin, for checking for me. Australia is very empty. The only thing really to do in the outback, in the desert, is if you want to go to like Ayers Rock, or as it's known now, Uluru, or you want to go to Alice Springs or something like that, or if you just wanted the experience of being in the outback. But to be honest with you, it is incredibly hot and there is not much to do. So yeah, there's that. Okay, so this one needs to connect back onto this highway, doesn't it? And then, is that too tight? That's too tight. Bummer. Boom. Okay. So there's that. So now I can start with the... What is it? So Warspite versus Colorado. Who wins? Do you mean in terms of just a fight between the two in game? Because it really depends on who's captaining which ship. But I'd say in a straight up fight, probably Colorado, because it's got more guns, if I'm thinking of the correct ship. I would choose to sail in the Colorado if I had the choice of the two. And I do have the choice of the two. But I do like my Warspite. I wouldn't buy one. I got mine in a Christmas crate. Especially considering now you can get just the Queen Elizabeth, which is a better ship because it has access to those high explosive rounds that the British are known for. Okay, so what am I going to do now? I should probably set up the power grid, as I have not done that. So let's do that. Let's have a road, a medium road. Doesn't really need to be a medium road. Let's just go with a small road, because all this road is for the power plants. So let's just... So I don't want to go too far out there, so let's go again. There we go. Just some nice curvy road here with a straight road that attaches to that goes into the middle about there. And let's put down some nuclear stations. So let's do one there, one there. So 2 of them will do. Also out here for servicing this area, I'm going to chuck out a recycling center right here. I will also do a crematorium, because if anyone happens to die out here, it's not going to be very helpful if they can't be taken care of. I will also put down a medical clinic there, a fire station here and here, because you've got to have fire close to the nuclear stations, right? And then I will put a police station right next to it here, and then another one over on the water there. I don't think I need any other stuff. I might put a park, like a nice big one for the workers to enjoy when they get out of work at the nuclear station. Well, sorry, what do you say? What are you guys talking about? Water warships? Yes, we're talking about water warships. So none damaged Bismarck versus KGV. So a Bismarck versus a King George. I would go with the Bismarck because you can do so much damage with the Bismarck secondary guns from far away. What is it? Isn't the USS Texas still going? No. Texas wasn't destroyed at Pearl Harbor. Texas is the last remaining dreadnought type battleship in the world. It is currently in Texas. It needs your help though, so donate to saving the Texas, because for some reason the Texan government doesn't seem interested in helping it that much. I would love to visit the Texas. The only museum ships I've visited are ones in Australia. I've been to the HMAS Vampire and the HMAS Onslow. So a destroyer and a submarine. But back to what Shadow said about Bismarck KGV. It really depends. Like in warships, I have taken out a Bismarck in my King George, and I've taken out King Georges in my Bismarck. But I reckon Bismarck has the upper hand because of just the range it can engage at. Okay, so I will continue with this. So I'm going to do a little road that comes from the other side of there, that goes under the ground and comes over to here, and it's just going to attach to that. Oh, why is it in there? Oh, this game, it does that so much. You're underground, and then all of a sudden, no, you're going to be building above ground, right? That's what you want. You don't want the tunnel that you were building. You want a nice big ugly thing. I'm excited for you to make the lake. I will do the lake. I will have the lake, probably I'll build it in here somewhere, if you think that's a good spot, and I'll build the buildings around the outside of the lake, like in a commercial district on one side, and then on the other side of the lake I shall have high density housing. This is just going to be a low density housing sort of area for people to live at, to then go and work in the city, and then up at my logging up here. Yamato versus South Dakota. Probably Yamato. I would go with Yamato. Sodaks are really fun, and in warships they're pretty good, but I would go with a Yamato in real life versus a Sodak. Yeah. Okay. So I was building a tunnel. See, look, it's going to come up again. See, up. There we go. You said you wanted to learn the population, yet you never read it. Really? I didn't read it out? I did. I read it to myself. Sorry. Let me scroll back through. Melbourne has 4.3. Is that 250,000 less people than Sydney? Yeah, Melbourne's been having a lot of growth. They're trying really hard to be cool. So this road here connects onto the highway, but then they have to leave. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a ramp that connects onto here, and it's still underground. And it will just loop around and then connect back onto the highway there. So if the people want to come and go from the power station. They just get the highway, whoop, there, and then back there. But what I might actually do is delete that and have it as an off-ramp that goes there. Is that coming up into the... See, look, this game, it does this. I don't understand why it wants to put stuff above ground when you're very clearly building underground. See, look, it did it again. When I first learned the population had a larger population than Sydney. I don't think Melbourne has ever had a larger population than Sydney. I might be wrong, but as far as I'm aware, Melbourne has never had a population higher than Sydney. Is that going to be above ground? See, look, it's... Does Panzer have these problems? I don't watch his streams long enough to see him have these problems. It's just so frustrating. So if I go here, and then there, yeah, okay, good, that's underground. And then slightly further down the road. There. And I can delete that bit. Cool. So that way there's no intersection there. Goody. Let me look it up. Yeah, let me know if Melbourne's ever had a larger population than Sydney, because I honestly don't think that it has. I could be wrong, but yeah. Okay, so I've got power. I haven't connected it, and I need water. So I'm going to set up my water pumping. So where shall I get the water from? Maybe I'll pump the water out of this up here. So a large water pumping station. I'll put one here. And that's probably all it requires, just the one for now. And I use the underground cable mod that I've been trying to get Panzer to use forever. Pretty much all it is it's a mod that made a building that allows you to place it right underground, and it's not actually a thing. And it just transfers power between them. So I've got power going there. So I'm just going to place some underground power lines around this area. Doesn't need to cover everywhere, because as they build it'll connect everything. But I do need to connect the main city. Which I will do now. Okay, so it's over here. So I'm going to, before I do anything else, I'm going to put a police station. I'm going to do a hospital. I'm going to do two crematoriums, one here and then one more out there. And did I do police? I didn't do police yet, right? That one, is that a police? Maybe I did do police. What one didn't I do? Was it fire that I didn't do? Yeah, it was fire that I didn't do. So then fire. Okay, so there's that. And I will put in an elementary school there and an elementary school there. I'll do a high school next door as well. And then a university for the people that live here. Then it will be up there. Also gonna chuck in a recycling center, and it's not really the best to have it in the middle of this sort of a town, but it's recycling, it doesn't pollute. So having it there will allow the trucks to service this whole area. Could have even put a large recycling centre, but no, just a normal one. They don't need a full size. So it says Sydney had 5 million in 2010 and lost 350,000 people over there until 2015. And Melbourne grew a lot too. Yeah, that's 2015. I'm not sure. Okay. Yamada and Musashi versus Iowa, New Jersey, and Wisconsin. Probably the Americans would win in that situation. So Melbourne has 4.93 million people. Okay, that's interesting. I'd still rather go to Sydney though. Like, I've been in Melbourne a lot, and Melbourne's nice to, it's a nice place to visit, but I would rather live in Sydney. So let's just put a park there, and a park there, there, and there. And I think that is all. Now I need to connect up the water. So I'll go there. Just follow the road. (2018) population. See, I'm not sure. I know that Sydney City has more people than Melbourne City, but I think that the Melbourne metropolitan area is counted as larger, so that's why there's more people living in it. I could be wrong. But what's that one? 15 Fletchers versus the Fletchers would win. 100% the Fletchers would win. If the Fletchers didn't win, then their captains don't know what they're doing. If you got 15 destroyers going up against one battleship. Hey, Sydney Metro has more, yeah. It's all very interesting. I tried to do, I have a Sydney city map for this that I wanted to do, but it's just so complicated. Okay, so there's water. Now for the power. I'm going to have littler roads that go out into these big empty areas, by the way, at some point when more housing and stuff is required. And I won't put in power everywhere as well, because that will let the power grow naturally as it is needed. So I think that all that's left is a sewage treatment plant. So I'll do the sewerage down the bottom there, connect it up, and then connect power. Okay, I think that I can start allowing people to come into the city. So let's go play, and let's see what happens. They have 1.7 million, and yet 1.8 in the San Antonio metro. Yeah, it's interesting how cities class who lives in them to get bigger or smaller. Oh, you know what I didn't do? I didn't zone anywhere. I'm a stupid. So I said I was going to have this as entirely low density. So there it is. And I'll make a district. You can tell I haven't played this in a little while. Just watching Panzer's stream made me want to play. Whoop. Okay, Oak Hills. I will rename it. How do you rename? Oh, there we go. This one can be yeah, Dolphin Hills. Or Dolphins Hills. And is there a... yeah, okay. Kansas City had 500,000 people, yet they have 2.4 million people in the metro, making it the 24th largest metro area in the US. Oh, 23rd, you say. Very cool. That's interesting. Now if I press... There we go. Now they're building. Did I not connect power up to this? Yes, I forgot that part. There we go. Now they have power. And everywhere has water. Good. Okay, so let's let the city grow. What are they saying? Yeah, Dolphin, have a look for Omega. Have a look at his hometown. See what it counts as. So they want commercial. I can do commercial. Let's make that lake. For starters. Oh, also, first off, because this is a infinite money city, I'm going to turn the taxes completely off. And the budgets up really high so that people want to move to my city and enjoy living there. Because money is not an option. Not an option, not an issue. Denton, Ohio. Is that? Did you say you were in Ohio? Did you say, or no? Denton, Texas. That's right. Who's in Ohio? Maybe it was Dolphin. Denton, Texas. I had a friend that lived in Austin, but I haven't spoken to them in a very long time, so I don't know if they still live there. Okay, let's build the lake. So, oh, I got a text message. Shifts in. So I have. All right. So there is clearly Dolphin, Shadow, and Omega watching, but it only says there are 2 viewers. That's strange. Oh, my boss just messaged me. I need to sort that one out. I might have to go. My boss is messaging me because I got a new job the other day and I haven't started yet. I only signed the acceptance contract yesterday and he wants me to go over to his place to get some stuff. So let's do the lake here. What are you up to? Yes, I think I might have to go. But I'll do the lake and then I'll save this for next time. And if you guys like, I will stream again. I will. I will stream more. I do have to go, but I will finish doing this lake and then I will go. So how does that one work? Right, let's just make the middle of the... Can I turn that up? No, I can't. Alright, I'm just going to make the lake a bit deeper. I really wish that I could use a larger brush for this. Maybe there are mods. Okay, so there's my lake. It's not very lakey at the moment though, because I need to fill it with water. So can I just fill it with water? No. Use shallow canals. How do I build a canal? So do I go like... Oh. Wow, that is deep. That's a deep canal, alright. Wide, shallow canal. What if I just go with a shallow canal? And I go from there to there. There we go. That should fill it up with water, right? And then I can delete it later? Is the water flowing through my canal? Oh, look at it go. Make sure it connects to the ocean, but with a dam. Okay, I'll have a dam. Just right now, I'm just gonna fill it up, and I'll do a dam later on. But I do need to go to my boss's house, so I don't know how long I'm gonna be gone for. But if you guys want, when I get back, I can stream some more. But I have no idea how long I'm going to be gone. I wonder how long it takes for it to fill up. Oh, I have... Why is there a power out? Why is there no electricity? What has happened? Oh shit! I didn't give water to the power plant. That is a problem. What time is it? It is 2:41 p.m. where I am. Okay, now is there? Okay, now there's water. And my lake is filling. It is filling nicely. It does take a long time to fill up though. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to save. So let's call this one First Stream City. I will save that. Keep the game running while you're gone to save time. I would do that, but if I leave it running while I'm gone, then some bad things can happen. For example, like, let's say these people really want commercial, as they do, right? So if I go away and I don't provide that for them, they can just all leave. So I'm going to pause. I'm going to stop. But I will be back, maybe. It depends how long I'm gone for. Yeah, I don't know how long. If you guys are in the Panzer Nation Discord, I will post in there when I get back. But I have no idea how long I'm going to be. Because, yeah, for Shadow it's 1 AM, for Dolphin it's almost midnight. So maybe I won't stream again today. I'll just leave this how it is, and maybe I'll do another one tomorrow at a more reasonable time of day for you guys. But thanks for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, as all of the YouTubers say. But yeah, I need to go to my boss's house and get some equipment for my new job that I'm starting in 2 weeks. So yeah, which is actually a problem, that job, because then I won't be able to do Warships Wednesday, and I'm quite disappointed about that. So unless Panzer wants to change it to be like Warships Saturday, so it's on the weekend, I'm not going to be able to play in Warships Wednesday. But yeah, you guys have fun. I will see you in the next one.